This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN. Actually, that's promo code GolfSGPN. You can listen to every podcast episode on this network for free by going to the App Store or the SGPN feed. Get it wherever you get your podcasts. Circa. Think you know ball? Then you have to enter Circa's football contest with $21 million in guaranteed prizes. No rake. So if entries go above the guarantee, all extra money will go to the prize pool. Circa Million, you will split 5 teams per week against the spread. There's even a Circa Grandissimo at the 100,000 Survivor contest. You must register in person at Circa Sportsbook in Nevada. Great excuse to book a trip to Vegas. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com, use promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. Finally, we're brought to you by mybookie.ag, your place to bet on every single sport, including the MLB, WNBA, golf, and of course, football futures. Accept customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit, lightning fast payout using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. 100% deposit match up to $1,000. It's promo code GolfSGPN. GolfSGPN, mybookie.ag. We're live. We're back. John Deere Classic. Definitely a fun event. Like, we're going to see some names that we're not totally used to seeing. We're going to see some birdies. We're going to see some fun things off of a great week at the Rocket. But yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's jump into the the John Deere Classic field. 3 names above 10K. Let's pick one of them. JT Poston, Ben Griffin, or Jason Day. I was objectively out on Ben Griffin last week around, what was he, like middle of the 9K range. I thought there was great pivots. And while he finished for a tie for 13th, it wasn't like he didn't pay off. It wasn't like he did pay off. But this week, I think he is the option in this 10K range because Jason Day has done nothing to be the highest price golfer in the field. I guess you have to price someone as the highest. But like looking at the betting numbers, Ben Griffin is half of his price. Ben Griffin's around 15-1, and Jason Day is around 30-1. I don't know why. I don't know why they chose Jason Day to be the highest price guy. And I don't think Ben Griffin is going to be so chalky that he's like a total fade. Someone from this 9.5 to 10 range is going to finish to the top 5, going to get into the mix. And there's no reason why the most confident man on earth, Ben Griffin, can't be that guy. I mean, like looking at his stats the last 3 months of the year, in that time range, it's just all green, great ball striking, great confidence, great putting. And he's finished T5 at this event before in his career in one start. So I think if you're picking one guy up here, it is Ben Griffin. That leaves JT Poston. He's a microwave. When he gets hot, he gets hot. And if he's sub 12%, I think you have to sprinkle him because this is a golf course that he's won at. This is a golf course that suits his game. He finished top T6 here. He's only hit it well here one time, which is a weird thing. And that was the year he won. He gained 5 strokes on approach. Every single other time, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other starts, JT Poston has lost strokes on approach. And honestly, he's not hitting it well right now. So that leads me on just Ben Griffin up here. So if I have to pick one, it is BG 10K and above. 9K range, we have Lucas Glover all the way up to Denny McCarthy. And this is actually a week where I am like, wow, I could start my lineups with Denny McCarthy and feel somewhat confident about it because Denny McCarthy's been gaining strokes on approach. Denny McCarthy usually hits the ball well at stock cookie cutter TPC designs. And this is a golf course where he's played pretty damn well in his career. It's just the question you're going to ask yourself, do I want to spend this much money on Denny freaking McCarthy? T7 or better in his last 3 trips here. He's hit it decently in his last 3 trips here. So he's hitting it decently right now. The stars are aligning. Will Denny McCarthy get his first win on the PGA Tour? I'm not going to promise you that at this price. But the field is not that strong. Denny's confident. He knows what he wants. And I think it's a great week to start Denny McCarthy at 9.9 and then build some 7, 6, 8K range from there. There's a very volatile event. You're going to want to get a ton of low-owned, high-ceiling guys down in this middle of the range. And I think Denny's a great place to start that. Looking at the rest of this 9K range, I don't mind Siwoo. Davis Thompson defending champion off of a decent week last week. Jake Knapp I'd fade. I like Chris Gotterup this week. I was kind of out on Chris Gotterup last week because I thought his price was a little inflated. I thought his chalk was a little bit inflated. And he ended up playing really well. T26, he's now gained strokes off the tee on approach in 4 straight starts. I believe this is the first time in his entire career where he has accomplished that feat. Yes, this is the first time in his entire career where Chris Gotterup has gained strokes off the tee and approach in 4 straight starts. And think about 2022. It was a T4 finish in his debut at this event. Stars are aligning for Chris Gotterup. I like him here. He could be one of the guys who uses that total driving, both long and straight, to separate himself this week. And I think this is a great spot, a great little bounce back for him after he was a little bit chalky last week. And he played well in that chalk. So I'm down for Chris Gotterup, $9,300. Sung J M, I'm generally out on, but at this price in this field, I think it's you can't go wrong because you can backdoor a T3 as well as anyone. So I'm down for Sung J. I'm definitely going to avoid Michael Thorbjornsen. He makes all the sense in the world. He's got a great finish here last year, but he's going to be probably the most chalky guy in this field. A young gun at that price, at that chalk, never really pans out. I could see a nice little T15, but is that going to be worth it at 16% ownership? I'm going to pass. If it works out for you guys, great. I will not be a part of it, sadly. So 9K range, my favorite plays are definitely Denny McCarthy and Chris Gotterup. Let's hit this 8K range. We got Chris Kirk off the nice week down to Rick. This is definitely a very, very interesting range. I kind of like Sam Stevens. The stats aren't going to really light it up for Sam Stevens, but I know being in the Sam Stevens camp that he prefers a golf course where you long and straight driving, just straight driving in general is rewarded. His last 2 starts, he's gained almost 8 strokes off the tee combined. 2 starts here, 1 made cut, but I think this is a great golf course for Sam Stevens to have some confidence and have a good finish. So he's definitely my favorite play towards the bottom of this 8K range. Towards the middle, I absolutely love Ryan Gerard. Ryan Gerard is coming off of various starts where he's absolutely striped it and cannot putt. Now, yeah, you got to make putts here, which is surely a concern, but Ryan Gerard is hitting the ball at a rate never before seen. He's striping the ball. T41 last week, he gained 7 strokes ball striking. I actually want to see where he rated out in the approach markets and in the off the tee markets last week. So let's look. So looking at the leaderboard last week, Gerard, T41, a really poor round 4. He was 5th in the field on approach, 29th off the tee. That's probably around 16th ball striking, maybe even better. He's striping it so hard, but he's putting so poorly. He lost strokes putting last year, but he had one of his best approach weeks of his career. He's going to hit it well. I'm going to tell you that right now. Ryan Gerard is going to hit it so well. Whether he makes some putts, whether he doesn't, that will be the difference maker. I want to see right now if Ryan Gerard has ever gotten to -20 in his career in any tour. Zurich Classic doesn't count. So right now he has not done it in 2025. Let's look at 2024. When's the last time Ryan Gerard has gotten to -20? BMW Charity Pro-Am, Thornblade Country Club. Where is that? Spartanburg, South Carolina. He got to -26. That's a skill. He did it also on the Corn Ferry Tour, and the Corn Ferry Tour is a great barometer because there's guys like Will Zalatoris who, even on the Corn Ferry Tour, they were not able to do that. So at least we know Ryan Gerard has it in the tank. I do like him. $8,700, Luke Clinton. Thorbjornsen is going to be the chalky young gun here. I don't mind going back to Luke Clinton. He's gained strokes on approach in 5 straight starts. He finished runner-up at this event last year, and he put well. He played really, really well last week. He just got eviscerated by the Donald Ross greens, and that's not a crazy thing. He lost 3 strokes putting last week. Might have been his career worst putting. I think that was his short career. He's doesn't have a long career, but that was his career worst putting week for Luke Clinton. I expect him to bounce back. I'm definitely going to be in the Luke Clinton conversation. So, and then Bud Cauley. I really like the middle of the AK range. Bud Cauley. This is surely a Bud Cauley golf course. He's played so well this season, just gaining strokes off the tee, gaining strokes on approach, very, very accurate off the tee. But more importantly, he's played this event a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starts here. 1 missed cut, a few T15, a T8 finish here. It's definitely a Bud Cauley golf course. It makes a ton of sense on paper. I'm down for Bud Cauley. 7K range, 6K range. Before we get there, Underdog Fantasy Best Ball Mania is here. And it's all summer long, $15 million giveaways, including a $2 million $2 million prize to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments. The best way to play fantasy football. Underdog is also a great way to play pick'em. So sign up with code GOLF SGPN to claim your special pick. Plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 promo code GOLF SGPN Underdog Fantasy. You've heard us talk about Rhythm before, and they just dropped a game-changing feature called Power Trends. AI detected patterns where Rhythm's model has consistently won at a high ROI. Think of a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line is a certain probability, and they will give you that line. Power trends are updated daily and are exclusively to Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets. Download the Rhythm app, check out Power Trends, and start betting smarter. You know will be. Start your 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, 7K range. Let's get the screen dialed. And we have Alex Smalley down to big 7K range. This is where the money is going to be made. Down to Chan Kim. So we'll start towards the top. I think this is a good week to bounce back on Alex Smalley because he was in the field at the Rocket Mortgage Classic, missed the cut, and had one of the worst approach weeks he's ever really posted. This is a golf course where he's played 4 times. He's got a runner-up here in his career, and he's pretty much striped it in every time. So he's gained 8 strokes on approach here in 22. Let's see how that ranks out in his career. His career approach hierarchy. Is this the spot of Alex Smalley's best approach week? It sure is. And his second best approach week is the 3M Open. And his third best approach week is the Rocket Mortgage Classic. What that tells me is Alex Smalley loves June and July. Alex Smalley gets hot this time of year, and we're getting a little flop lag. We're getting a great price on a guy who can easily finish top 10. So I'm definitely down for Alex Smalley at the top of this 8K range. Nico Echeverria, he kind of played like shit last week and still gained 5 on approach, still got the 20 under. I probably going to pass because I think he's going to be a little chalky. And I wouldn't mind going to the loser of Keith Mitchell at $7,800. I think it's a great price for Keith. And I think it's a good spot when everyone's like, all right, I'm totally out on Keith. He shot $1 million over at the JDC. And he just got eviscerated by the green. Keith continues to stripe the ball. He lost 5.5 strokes off the tee at Detroit Golf Club. I don't even know how that is possible for Keith Mitchell at Detroit Golf Club. Like, my brain cannot fathom how someone with his driving capabilities can find a way where you can lose that many strokes off the tee around a golf course like Detroit. I'll tell you one thing. He's going to bounce back off the tee. He surely will. 4 trips here, 1 top 10, 3 made cuts, and he gained 7.3 on approach last year. Keith's going to be in for a great week this week. Buy him. He'll do you right. He'll definitely do you right. Middle of the 6K range, middle of the 7K range. Jacob Bridgman, a golfer who I like to back when he's at a good price and when there's not really any talk about him, because he's never going to light it up with the ball striking, but he can gain 12 strokes on approach, and sometimes you just need to be on the right side of that luck, and he hasn't been doing it really much. It's going to happen sooner than later. I think it's a great golf course for him. I really like Rio Hisatsune, and I really like Lee Hodges. They're going to do it in different ways. Rio should hit a ton of fairways, and Lee Hodges should be on the longer end. Lee Hodges likes to bomb it out there. Rio's ball striking has not been great of late. He hit it well here last year. I think it's a great price and a great golf course for Rio's style of play, where Lee is finding his game. He continues to stripe he has not lost strokes on approach since Pebble Beach. That's playing golf. 2 made cuts here. He hasn't putt well here, but this is not scary greens. I think anyone can putt well here in a given week. I'm definitely buying Lee at $7,300. Tristan Lawrence, this is a week with some correlation because what was it, 2 or 3 years ago, he won the BMW International over in Germany, and that's this week. So vibes should be nice in Tristan Lawrence's brain. So I'm taking the vibe route. And then Doug Gim. Doug Gim is generally sometimes chalky in this event because he's from this area of the country. He lives in Vegas now, but I believe he grew up around this area of the country. Fact check me if I'm wrong on that, but sometimes when I do these podcasts, my brain moves so fast, and I just have to try to remember what's in my brain because I'm pretty good at just like talking at what I see something and I just like remember. So I think Doug Gim is from this area of the country. but I could be wrong. Nonetheless, Doug Game, a sneaky T19 at the Rocket Mortgage Classic. He gained strokes in every category. Let's try to find the last time Doug Game gained strokes in every single category. It was TPC Sawgrass. No surprise, Doug Game loves TPC Sawgrass of 2024. And you know what else Doug Game loves? A TPC design. He's played here 5 times, made 3 cuts, done nothing but stripe it, has putted poorly. Sounds like Doug Game. If we can get Doug Game on a nice putting week, we know he's going to hit it well. We know how much this week means to him. If he's from here, still not 100% sure. I got to look it up now. Where is Doug Game from? Imagine it says like New Orleans. No, he's from Des Plaines, Illinois. We are playing in Silvis, Illinois. So I knew I was right. Just be confident in yourself, Matt. You know what you're talking about. So with that being said, Doug Game, 70. What is he? 72. I think he's a great play towards the bottom of this 7K range. And then also towards the bottom of the 7K range, I like a few names. Austin Eckroat, high ceiling golfer, multiple-time PGA Tour winner. And he's kind of finding some things now. Looking at Austin Eckroat's profile, he's now gained strokes on approach in 2 straight starts, and they are no easy gains. They're plus 5.5 at the Travelers, plus 3.5 at the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Those are the Eckroat gains we need to see. And this is a golf course he's never seen before. But when you think about TPC Deere Run, it asks Austin Eckroat the questions he wants to answer. So I like him a lot. And I want to take a look at Max Homa. He's very unserious, pretty bad at golf, but he's finally playing really weak field events, which he hasn't done the last year and a half. He finally gained strokes on approach in his missed cut. He's played here twice, made 1 cut. I just think the pieces are being plugged. We're seeing more green than we usually have. The last few months, we're seeing more green than we had the last year. There's going to be a week where he plugs 2 of those 4 green holes and finishes T8. So I'm down for Max Homa towards the bottom of this 7K range. Let's get into the 6K range. Before we get out of here, Quade Cummins is a guy who generally hits the ball pretty straight off the tee. That's what you need to do around this golf course. I'm down for Adam Schenk. Adam Schenk's played here, I believe, 6 times. He's got multiple T6 finishes. He's a Purdue Boilermaker. He's from this area of the country as well. This event means a lot to him. Adam Hadwin got off to a really good start in Detroit and then kind of geared back. What did he end up finishing in Detroit? He finished T78, just gained strokes putting. But this is a golf course that Adam Hadwin should feel comfortable on. T18 and a T8 finish here in his career. He's hit it well here before. Definitely a golf course that Adam Hadwin can take advantage of for his skill set. Towards the middle of this 6K range, no real names that I want to really touch on. I think Mac Meisner is a good player who can gain strokes across the board. Mac Meisner, I used to call him a mini Xander Schauffele because he would, even when he was playing bad, he would just be around average in every single category, which tells me that his ceiling is high and he's just an overall good golfer. So I do like Mac Meisner. Ben Cole's also generally very accurate off the tee. I don't like Justin Lauer this week. I know I talk about him a lot, but I do like one guy towards the bottom of this range, and he is on the thumbnail for a reason, and that's Kaito Onishi. You might not know the name, but Onishi is a Korn Ferry Tour winner. Onishi is a golfer who's generally very accurate when he's going well. And this is a golf course that is no more than a Korn Ferry Tour event on a Korn Ferry Tour golf course. He made the cut last week, so that was his first made cut since Corrales. And the last time we were on Kaito Onishi was his first made cut in his PGA Tour career outside of his sponsor in Japan. That was a T42 at the Valspar. We're going back to Onishi this week at 6K minimum. If we can get that guy at 6K minimum to make the cut, you go with Ben Griffin, you go with Denny McCarthy. Let's see what that build. Let's build a lineup now. So we want Onishi. If we can make the cut at 6K, we go all the way back up. We go BG. No, that's Jason Day. Sorry. We want Jason Day out of here. We want BG and we want Denny. That leaves us 79 to build. I love Keith. I told you Keith Mitchell is going to play well this week. 78. This lineup is high ceiling with the Denny and BG because they're going to play well. If we can get Kaito to make the cut, we know what Keith's ceiling and floor is, risky play. But now we have all this room to build with in the middle. If you can get that 1-6K guy It really makes such a difference. So who else do we like towards the middle of this 7K range or the top of the 7K range that we can build with? I talked about Austin Eckler. He's finding his game. He's getting an approach. And that leaves us with a high-end player, a really high-end player. One of these three guys. I'll go with Bud Cauley, but I like Clanton. I like Cauley. I like Gerard. I talked about those guys. So this is a lineup that gives you so much room. If you start with the Onishi, play him in, go with the high risk, high reward. Is it going to work every single week? No. But if you can have that one little guy that's 3% owned, less than 3% owned at such a cheap price, gives you so much leeway to build. If he makes the cut, you're in for a great week. So mess around with him, mess around with the rest of the lineup. That wraps it up. We have the betting show Wednesday night where we're coming off a 90-1 collab winner. Catch you guys then. Any questions? You know where to find me. Always, always, always. So appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys helping me out, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace out.